This is Canadian Cult Cinema. Pin, or Pin a Plastic Nightmare as it's sometimes called, is a 1988 Canadian horror film directed by Sandor Stern. Stern, an Ontario native who wrote the 1979 film The Amityville Horror, has done an awful lot of TV work, but in 1987 he traveled to Quebec to craft this psychologically unsettling thriller. Pin is actually based on a book of the same name by author Andrew Niederman. It was released in 1981. Niederman also wrote The Devil's Advocate, which was turned into a film in 1997. The movie stars David Hewlett as Leon, and Hewlett is probably best known for his work as Dr. Rodney McKay on Stargate SG-1. He's also appeared in some other great Canadian horror films like Scanners 2 and Cube. He stars alongside Cynthia Preston, who plays his sister Ursula. Preston has appeared in other Canadian horror films as well, like The Brain and Prom Night 3, but 80s kids will probably recognize her as the voice of Princess Zelda from the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Don't you ever clean in here?
Excuse me, princess.
I'm going to jump right into explaining the plot of Pin right here, so warning, spoilers ahead. I do urge you to watch this film, it's really fantastic, but you've been warned, so here we go. Pin tells the story of the Linden family, siblings Leon and Ursula, and their parents, Dr. Linden, played by prolific actor Terry O'Quinn, and his wife, played by Bronwyn Mantle, who has most recently appeared in Darren Aronofsky's film Mother. Dr. Linden has a medical dummy named Pin. Pin is a life-size dummy without any skin, so you can see his musculature. He's also anatomically correct, which unfortunately we'll find out later. The film's budget was about $3.5 million, and $80,000 of that was spent on the Pin prop. Dr. Linden uses ventriloquism to make Pin talk in order to teach his children lessons. The kids love Pin, and everything is very innocent so far. Leon has no friends, and Pin seems to be the only person he can talk to. He sneaks into his father's office to speak to Pin, but has to hide when the nurse comes in and uses Pin as a marital aid. We fast forward to the Hewlett children as teenagers. Ursula thinks that she might be pregnant. It's important to note at this point in the story that Ursula has figured out that her father has been providing the voice for Pin. Leon suggests that they go ask Pin for advice. Ursula begrudgingly indulges her brother. When they get into the office, Pin begins to speak. Ursula asks her brother when did he learn ventriloquism, and Leon doesn't know what she's talking about. In one of the many uncomfortable moments in the film, Dr. Linden is about to give his daughter an abortion. He asks Leon to watch, as it could be a good learning experience. Leon thankfully declines.
Aren't you going to observe, Leon?
No, sir.
While on the way to a medical conference, Dr. Linden and his wife die in a car crash. At this point, Leon and Ursula's aunt move into the house to help take care of them. She doesn't like Pin, so Leon and Pin proceed to scare her so bad she has a heart attack.
Right behind you, Dorothy. Right behind
Leon becomes increasingly obsessed with Pin, dressing him in his father's suit and even giving him skin. Leon also insists on eating dinner with Pin at the table. Ursula invites her new boyfriend Stan over to the house for supper, and Leon introduces him to Pin.
Stan, I'd like you to meet Pin.
Hello, Stan.
Stan tries to convince Ursula that Leon needs some serious mental help, but Ursula doesn't want to send him to a mental institution.
Leon is a paranoid schizophrenic. No one is ever going to cure him of that. But he's my brother.
Leon overhears this conversation, and him and Pin make a plan to deal with Stan. He invites Stan over to discuss a surprise party for Ursula. Leon then drugs him and bludgeons him, and then hides his body in a woodpile. Ursula returns home, upset that she can't get in touch with Stan. That's when she finds a watch that she gave Stan on the floor, and realizes that Leon has done something with him. When she confronts Leon, he blames Pin.
It was Pin. Pin did it.
Which causes Ursula to freak out and run out of the house. Leon then asks Pin why he wouldn't help him. Pin states that he's never lied to or for him, and that Leon's motives were selfish. Ursula returns with an axe, which she raises to strike, and then the screen goes white as Leon screams and cowers. We then cut to the police at the house. They find Stan's body in the woodpile, and he's still alive. Sometime later, Ursula and Stan return to the house. Ursula begins to have a conversation with Pin, and Pin asks her if she's heard from Leon. Ursula says no. Pin says that he misses him a great deal. It's then revealed that she is talking to Leon, who has taken on Pin's persona. I love this film. It's bizarre, uncomfortable, and even unsettling at times, but that's what makes it great. It's a highly original and tragic story, and it stuck with me for days after I watched it. And I'd call it essential viewing for fans of weird horror. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and share button, and if you want to see more reviews from Canada's Cult Cinema, please hit subscribe. We're just getting started on this channel, and there's some videos up already, like my explanation of what a Canuxploitation film is, and a review of the Canadian slasher classic My Bloody Valentine. I'd love to know what some of your favorite Canadian cult films are. Please leave a comment, and until next time, see ya.